at the home of everything Frederick with Susan from Common Market. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm good. How are you,
It's been a while. I
Danny?
haven't
It has
seen
been
you
a
in
while.
little
I
bit.
know. Yeah.
But I love that Common Market is still going strong. 2 locations here in Frederick, 7th Street and Route 85.
Exactly.
And if people aren't familiar with Common Market,
Yeah.
maybe just give them the high-level view of what you guys are.
Sure. So we are a cooperative business. We have been in Frederick for 50 years. This is our 50th anniversary coming up in August. And we started as a buying club for people who wanted access to healthier foods in Frederick. And so we actually started operating out of somebody's living room, kind of like this space too.
Oh, that's great.
And we just continued to grow and grow. And the cooperative business model is an interesting one because anyone can be an owner of your business. REI is probably the most well-known cooperative, but if anybody has shopped at REI and become owners there, they kind of understand what that is. You get a rebate at the end of the year. The organization is profitable based on how much you've spent over the year.
And is that the same for Common Market?
It's the same. Yep, it's the
I
same
did
for
not
Common
know
Market.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so our investment is $200. It can be paid at once. It can be paid over $25 payments until you actually have your full ownership share.
So is that per year or is that
Nope,
just
it's,
one time?
Yep, it's just
Really?
to buy the one share.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Can you buy more than one share?
Nope, everybody buys one, so
like
it's very equal. Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Very good.
So that's the cooperative business model.
Okay.
So there are different kind of cooperatives. Some banks are cooperatives. REI is a clothing store. We happen to be a food cooperative. And so we have 2 grocery stores in Frederick, like you said.
Yeah.
One on Buckystown Pike and our newest one on 7th Street.
Yeah, and I love Common Markets. You know, you've got the delis, or you've got the little place where you can get fresh juices, the cafes, where you can get sandwiches. And what's been the biggest challenge, taking away the pandemic, because I think that was the challenge for everybody,
Sure.
but like maybe over the last 12 months, what would you say has been the biggest challenge at Common Market?
Well, we've actually had a really good fiscal year. So we opened our second store during a pandemic, but whenever a business opens a second location, it does usually take at least a couple years cycle to become profitable. And so we were kind of expecting that we would have a couple of lean years. But I think now, we really have a solid team in place.
Nice.
We've got a really good, strong group of employees. And so, when you're not turning over employees as much, then, you can really build your foundations and then move up from there. So, we've got very strong buying practices. We've got very strong receiving practices. We just have a lot of those foundational things in place that really help run a strong business.
Yeah, I know for a while there, it's like it was kind of all hands on deck. You were driving, delivering, just doing whatever needed to be done.
Yeah,
and it's nice that it's kind of evened out a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any particular goals for this next 12 months and objectives that you'd like to achieve?
Yeah, so we really now want to focus on training our staff. We want to make sure that we have good succession plans in place because I think that gives all staff the idea that they can move around within the business, that they can move up within the business. And so that helps create that job security that's really important, and that just also really makes your company and your operations stable.
Yes, for sure. Much stronger too. When you have employees who are empowered and feel like this is their thing, right?
Exactly.
A sense of ownership for real and for business. Are you guys hiring right now?
We are always hiring. Okay. And just going back, we have about 150 employees, but about 70 of them are owners of the business.
Oh, that's great.
So as I mentioned before, anyone can own the co-op. Yeah. So about 70 of our employees are co-op owners.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is truly a sense of ownership.
Yeah, for sure. And that just gives that little extra boost, to go to work every day.
Well, and like you say, when you get the rebate when things go well, it means you're always looking out for how can you make the company maybe more efficient or less waste or all of those things, which is important.
Exactly. So we are always hiring. We're particularly always hiring in the cafes.
Okay.
You mentioned that we have a lot of takeaway and grab and goes. We are revamping our sandwich menu at both of our stores.
Okay.
So starting on July 8th.
Okay.
We will have a bunch of new sandwiches for people to order, and we'll have a lot more in the grab and go section for people to take out. We've also got, we'll have grain bowls at the 7th Street location. We will have smoothie bowls at the Route 85 location.
Oh,
so people need to check out both locations.
Yeah.
And we're also doing breakfast burritos at Route 85.
Wow.
So yeah, if you're looking for a quick and healthy breakfast, everything's made on a whole wheat wrap.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the food is delicious. Juices are great. I mean, it really does. And there's such a variety of good, healthy foods. And I do love that you guys support local.
Yep.
So you're buying as much as possible from places within the region or Frederick or, just beyond.
Exactly. And that's another goal. You asked about goals for our next fiscal year. We really want to continue to support local and differentiate ourselves, from some of the other places that you can buy groceries by supporting local. Working with small local vendors takes more time, but that's part of the cooperative business, and it's what we really pride ourselves on.
Right.
We really pride ourselves on helping support local businesses. That keeps money in the local network. We don't have like a big CEO off somewhere far, far away, who's literally making millions or billions of dollars. So we all pretty much live and work locally. And we do like to support those local businesses.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. It's, again, like you say, it just makes our Frederick community even stronger, and knowing that you are, the customers who are there are actually also just giving right back to this community, which is great. So 50 years.
Yeah, 50 years.
That's amazing. I didn't even realize that the Common Market had been around so long.
Yeah.
So that's really great. So big things planned for later this summer?
Yeah, we have an event at our Route 85 store on Buckystown Pike. That's the 24th of August from 12 till 3.
Okay.
Anyone can come, check us out. We've been doing an event called Loco for Local.
Yeah.
You've been to that event before.
I have.
And so, we have 15 or 20 of our local vendors and community partners come in, give samples, chat.
It's great.
Chat with people.
You get to taste so many different things, and they're wonderful. It's really fun.
Yeah, we have a local band coming in to play live music.
Yeah.
Vendors from near and far are giving us a lot of things to sample, and so it'll be a very fun celebration.
Yes,
and
it is.
And a way to really mark that milestone.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, really. 50 years of doing anything, I think, is really good.
And we have a couple of employees who've been with the company for close to 30 years, so they've really seen the change and, been part of the change.
Yeah.
So
when did Common Market move out of the home into a storefront?
Well, there were a couple of different places downtown that the market moved to. But we moved to Buckystown Pike in one iteration in the early aughts, I guess they call it. And then we moved into the space that we're in now in 2006.
Okay.
So,
Okay. There was one thing you'd want people of Frederick to take away knowing about Common Market.
Yeah.
What would that be?
I think it would just be that everyone's welcome in our store. We really like to get to know the people that work with us and shop with us. And, we like to try to make the grocery shopping experience, which is pretty much a chore for people, right? We like to make it a fun experience. And so we really pride ourselves on having good customer service, recognizing our regular customers, We run an entire education program, and so you don't even have to come into grocery shop if you don't want to. You can just come in, and take a class about health or education.
Yes.
And if you don't want to grocery shop, you could also just come in and get a sandwich or
Yes.
a coffee.
Yeah, and sit at the cafe and watch the world go by.
Yeah, so we really like to, be a community hub.
Yes.
As many Frederick businesses do. I think Frederick is just a really unique place to be.
Yes.
And I think that the people in Frederick are also what has contributed to the success.
Yeah,
and
I
the
agree.
longevity of Common Market.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, we have over 9,000 owners, so there are a lot of people who own a share of the business.
Really?
Yeah.
9,000?
Yeah.
And this is it, 2 stores, right?
Two stores.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a fun event for our owners every October. It's our annual board meeting.
Oh.
But it's called Owner Fest. So,
fun.
we do like to have fun
Yeah.
in addition to sell groceries.
Well, that'd be one incentive to use to buy in, if nothing else, right?
Exactly,
You get to hang out with all the other owners.
Yeah.
Do a lot of them come?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yep. It's a very big party.
Do you vote on anything at the time, or
yeah, we always vote on board members. So we have 9 board members.
Okay.
We're in an election cycle now, so if anybody wants to become a board member at the Common Market, now's the time to fill out your application.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we do have an election. And last year we updated our bylaws, and so that was something that was on the ballot.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we do have an annual election.
I love it.
Yep,
I love
and everyone gets a vote.
Yes,
Yeah,
we love that.
Every
too.
owner gets a vote.
Yes. All right. Well, if you haven't been, go check out the Common Market. Healthy, good, locally sourced food as much as possible. And some great people. And you do see the same people over and over. I do love that, where you go in and you kind of feel like, oh, I'm kind of at a place that people know me, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
Exactly.
All right, we want to thank Susan and Common Market, and we'll make sure and put the event in August onto our calendar, and we'll remind you guys of it as it gets closer. All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, Danny. Thanks for having me.
Yes, of course.